have a favourite shark. It's the tiger shark. Professional ambush predators, and at the same time, awkward mistake-making creatures, each having its own personality. Growing up, I had a book about Australia's dangerous animals, and I always read the same story again and again, about a tiger shark that took victims when a fishing trawler crashed into the reef. The stuff of nightmares. But for a weird kid like myself, it sparked fascination. And then I got to meet them. They are fierce predators, and they are amazing. Tiger sharks demand respect, which is why I was shocked to see them for sale. This is Aptus Seafoods, one of the many fish sellers in Melbourne, Australia. They pride themselves on serving up Melbourne with extraordinary seafood since 1969. This is the store that was displaying tiger shark for sale. Unfortunately, this is not surprising. Australia is a huge consumer of shark meat. Many different species are sold as flake, a name that disguises it. Most Australians don't even know they're eating shark. A lot do. It's been a very common practice for generations. If you buy fish and chips in Australia, and they don't know what species of fish it is, chances are you're eating shark. But shark meat is not only toxic with heavy metals like mercury and toxins like ciguatera, it's also an animal easily prone to fishing pressure. When I was sent a photo of tiger shark meat for sale at Aptus Seafood, I had a friend buy me a piece and send it to me, and alongside my friend and marine biologist Andrew Kahili, it was tested for genetics, then sent away to be tested for arsenic. This was actually not tiger shark. The result was just as bad. The meat belonged to the broad-nosed seven-gill shark, a prehistoric appearing shark, possessing the extra gills of their ancestors. Some studies suggest they may be social creatures, even work together to hunt small prey, which may be an indicator of higher intelligence. Their status in the ocean is data deficient, meaning an unknown effect of fishing pressure. But another surprise came with the results. It wasn't just labelled incorrectly, it's poisonous. The legal limit for arsenic in seafood in Australia is 2 micrograms per kilogram. This shark meat contained 39 micrograms per kilogram. Long-term exposure to high levels of arsenic is associated with higher rates of skin cancer, bladder cancer, and lung cancer, as well as heart disease. With the government departments ignoring all my calls to report this infraction, we decided to approach the shop ourselves. They didn't like that.
Why are you screaming like that?
Why are you being like that?
Yeah, we come here, we want to help you. We want to give you the information that you're selling something.
Can you take that back to the fisheries though, please?
Bravo, that's it.
Please, that's up to the fisheries.
You can't handball the blame.
No, I'm not handballing the blame, but it's up to it's up to the industry itself to regulate the seafood that we buy.
It's up to the retailer to buy from the wholesaler and have a code of ethics saying that you only sell sustainable species. It's a non-targeted species of shark.
No, look, I don't want to argue about it. Can you find someone else? Go test the other shops, please.
We will, but we're concerned.
Public information, we wanted to show you. Without including you in the topic, like not saying you led me to them, I will target them. But the ACCC, everybody had to be informed of the results, but I would love to be able to say they removed it, they saw the arsenic levels, they removed it. And in general, mercury and arsenic are 2 really big problems with shark at the moment.
It's over the legal limits of arsenic.
No, of course not.
If you knew that, would you pull the product from your shelf?
No, of course not.
Okay, because we've heavy metal tested the tiger shark, and it's 20 times over the legal limit for arsenic.
Unfortunately, labelling in Australia can never be trusted, especially when it comes to shark. And it is shocking just how many illegal or deceptive ways of selling seafood I stumbled across in my research. Later in the afternoon on that very same day, Aptus Seafood sent me an email claiming they will no longer sell the labelled tiger shark fillets and asked me if there was a sustainable alternative. And to this day, Aptus Seafoods have not sold shark again.